Noisy pixel.
Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of a new podcast called Unqualified Game Chat. I am your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today, the one and only Spencer Legacy.
Hello, as Zario said, I'm Spencer Legacy, and I'm very excited to do this show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a long time coming with you and I. We've had a long friendship
It's true.
of meeting at different events and hugging for
Yeah.
long periods of time.
Very long periods. Yeah, but it's nice.
I think when I see you, I just get so emotional that it's you, and I can't let go.
That's fair. I feel the same way about you. It's star-crossed pals. We're at different sites, but we're united. I do some stuff here for Noisy Pixel. You hang out with the Monster Find guys. It's a good little relationship we have, I think.
Yeah, it's like I've had it's this respect that I have for you, and I see you and I'm like, I respect this man. But he is a man, and he deserves a hug.
It's true. Men deserve hugs just as much as anyone else.
I think at events too. Events are the perfect place to give a hug to because
it's true.
They're very stressful,
They absolutely are. But I miss that stress.
I miss the stress, but at the time, like, it'll be at the end of a show or you're about to go home and I'll see you and I'll be like, Spencer, and I'll give you
and
that
it's so
hug.
Nice. Yeah. I'm like, I get to see Azario before I'm shipped back to the freezing tundra. I get to see my friend one more time before the next event.
So let's talk on that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Spencer.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. As mentioned, my name is Spencer Legacy. I'm managing editor at monstervine.com right now. I've been doing games journalism seriously for 5 years. And before that, I was making Kingdom Hearts podcasts as a 16-year-old back in the day for years. I pretty much that's my passion. I love playing games. I love writing about them and talking about them. And I'm a big fan of RPGs, so I fit in well with Noisy Pixel because I love Japanese games. And
you don't have to say all that. The viewers don't care. They don't judge.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I don't know. That's me. That's laid it all out there.
This podcast I wanted to create because we don't have a gaming podcast right now. That's just me being able to talk games with somebody. We are still planning to continue the Noisy Pixel podcast proper, which will be more centered around daily news or weekly news of the site, more topical in that sense. But I wanted a show where I can talk about this thing that I love, this industry that I love, without being held to any standards. A punk rock podcast, as it were.
Hell yeah.
Because, I mean, you have all these IGNers and these game spotters that they'll go on the record with all their know-how and stuff in the industry on these podcasts. But they're just as unqualified as we are.
It's true. We're just super honest.
Well, we have the balls to admit it.
It's true. We'll say it. We're proud of it.
We get all the same press releases,
Yeah, I get the same emails as them. We go to all the
same preview events. We're all there. Yeah. You're not special.
I've seen them. I've gotten pictures with them.
That's the thing. So we're just being honest with you. We are as unqualified as many of you are to talk about some of these subjects that maybe we'll bring up, and maybe we're qualified to talk about a few of them, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you can yell at us and say your opinion was wrong because we're unqualified.
We're admitting it. We know.
Yeah, you can't make fun of us if we do it first.
I think to start off the show, for the first section, let's just talk about what we're currently playing.
Sure.
Stuff that we can talk about, I guess. So you can go first.
Yeah, because we have all sorts of secret games sometimes that
Yeah. so,
embargoes, but
so many secrets.
none this time. Right now, I just got off a row of review games, so I was like, man, I never really have this kind of free time. I don't know what to play, and it was recommended to me that I play Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I was a huge Assassin's Creed fan as a teenager. Um, and I played up to three, and I thought three was really boring. And I took a sabbatical for like 7 years, and so just now, everyone was like, play the pirate one. I was like, all right, I own it. I don't remember how. I worked at GameStop at one point. That was probably how. And I was like, okay, so we'll try it out. I'm near the end now. It's it's everyone loves the boat part. I don't like the boat part. So
Yeah, I think I hated the boat part of.
it's so like it's understandably clunky because it's a boat.
Yeah,
I don't blame it, but
I just hated how they kept doing the boat over and over again. And I'm like, please, I don't give a shit
I don't
about.
have the resources to upgrade my boat. I'm not having fun with the boat. Every boat is way tougher than me. Please let me kill people. And then you get off the boat and they're like, time for a tailing mission. And you're like, oh, good. A tailing
This
mission.
is just what I needed to have fun.
Finally, a good way to unwind after the boat. And there's a lot of tailing missions. But like the characters and the atmosphere and stuff are fun. I like that. But and I'm speaking totally subjectively about the boat because I know people love how realistic it is, and there's not really a lot out there that does that, so that's fair. But as someone who would just prefer to be on land or like vehicles that move better, um, it's not my favorite, but I've had a good time with it. So we'll see. I think I have the DLC from PS Plus, so I'll probably play that if I have time before the next review game, but overall, I'd say it's mixed. I've been having fun with it, but uh, this is a lot of tailing missions. There's a lot of them in that game. A lot of eavesdropping.
I think I fell off the Assassin's Creed train around Assassin's Creed 2, and
Did you
I
only
did
play
I
one?
I played Brotherhood. I think that was the
Oh
last one
yeah,
I played
yeah,
before I stopped playing completely
that's
until
fair.
I played Odyssey. I didn't beat Odyssey. And then I played Valhalla, and
Yeah,
I was like 120 hours into Valhalla. That game is almost too long.
yeah. That's the other thing when you're deciding to play a game. Like I was looking and I was like, man, I kind of want to play World of Final Fantasy because I have it. Because my brother gave it to me. And then I was like, man, I just finished like a 40-hour game. I don't know if I want to like start a 40-hour game. So I
Dude,
like
World of Final
Googled,
Fantasy is a good game.
I'm going to play it next. That is the next one. I just needed something that was like 15 to 20 hours,
Yeah.
which is short. I was like, man, so I Googled Assassin's Creed Black Flag length when it was recommended. And I was like, all right, I'll give this one a go. But I am excited to play World of Final Fantasy because
The English dub is questionable at times, but
it's fair.
you just gotta allow yourself to just have fun. When he says when the guy says what the honk,
What
just
the
smile.
what the
Don't
honk?
cringe.
I'm gonna start saying it. That's wonderful.
It's disgusting because he continues to say it
Oh, that's his
over and
thing.
over again. And it's not just what the honk, it's like there's expression behind it. It's like what the honk? Like he
What
doesn't
the
try to hide it.
honk?
Uh I don't think I don't think that's the best way to play the game. But I
Go for the
love the
sub.
visuals, and I love the whole monster catching tower theme. So I anytime someone knocks that game, I correct them.
That's good. Yeah, because I started it on my Vita like 4 years ago on a plane, but it didn't have voice acting because you need DLC for voice acting on the Vita.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, I'll download that. But then I had review games, so then I didn't play it for like until now, and I have it on
Pretty shaky
PS4
on the
now.
Vita. It's not that
Yeah,
good.
so I have it on PS4 now, so I can play it as intended on my PS5 with
Yeah.
the Maxima DLC or whatever. So
Yeah, the extra content stuff.
adds Noctis and stuff.
Um That's cool. Congrats on you for going back to some Assassin's Creed.
Thank you. I want to know what you've been playing, Zario.
I have been playing. I'm working on the review, but I could actually talk about it. It's
Ooh.
Galgun Returns,
Hmm.
and it's an on-rail shooter where you get shot by Cupid's arrow like 16 times or something, and so all the
Oh,
girls at school want to sex you up, but you
nice.
only have eyes for one girl. So by the end of the day, you have to like confess to her, but it's really hard because she's not affected by the Cupid's arrow. So you just have to like converse with her and like answer questions for her. All the while, all the girls at school are like trying to jump on you, and then you shoot them off with this gun, with this pheromone shot, and that sends them to euphoria, which is essentially them having an orgasm.
Oh,
And,
okay. All right.
and then you collect you collect panties.
Gosh, isn't that that's just too relatable to the school experience? You
I
know,
feel like I've lived that life. I
a
feel
hundred times over.
the immersion the immersion is so is one to one.
Yeah, exactly. It's that is the life of a game journalist. Who hasn't
Walk-
experienced that?
yeah, so that's the game. It's actually it's interesting because it is a remake of a game that never came to the West. It was released Xbox 360 exclusive in Japan,
That's weird.
which is already incredible.
Yeah,
But the downside is for my preview purposes, and I'm just letting you know, the downside is that there is this layer of double piece, which is one of the entries, is kind of a remake of the first one that did release in the West.
hmm.
Um, so you have the recurring story segments, and some of the stages look similar, but in that regard, it does show its age. However, they did add some new modes, some voice acting, and just improvements all around. And I mean, that's where I'm at right now in my preview. So we'll see
Yeah.
the unlockables and stuff. There's over 400 panties that you can get,
Wow,
and I'm looking at all of them.
it's a lot of panties.
Yeah,
That's 400. Wow.
yeah. So
Hmm.
it's fun though. It's one of those games. Have you ever? It's one of those games that you just take out at a party and
Yeah.
just like show your non-gamer friends this like totally crazy game, like what they're missing, and just hear them talk their shit, but still they can't take their eyes off of it. It's easy to pick up. Anybody can fucking play it. So I mean, it's I think these types of games are needed, and there can be an argument on both sides, like, oh, this is
Yeah.
perverted. Well, you're making it perverted, so that just says
You're
something
making it
about
weird that I'm collecting
you.
panties, okay?
No, is I didn't know collecting panties was perverted.
I thought it was an art form. That's all. No, I
There's
totally feel you though, because I pull out Senran Kagura Peach Peach Splash in that party situation, the game where you can go in the change room and slap people and spray colored water on them. And that exact reaction is what you get. I showed it to like my older brother. I was like, yo, check this out, dude. This is like the best game ever made. And he was just awestruck. It's so fun to show people these games. They definitely have a reason to
it's totally
exist.
P too. That
It
one.
is. That is totally pee.
Yeah,
It's straight up yellow.
it's
It's
pretty incredible.
I'm glad you knew exactly the situation I was talking about.
I researched it a little bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Before the show, I
yeah, I
talked
spent
about
some
this.
time
Yeah, you were like,
dabbling.
I need to see the pee filter.
That's what's kind of upsetting about some of the recent games, that kind of silly games that Marvelous has been putting out under that Center on Kagura team. It's a sad, like you see Katakoa Dark Jet Girls or whatever, the Jet Girls game.
Oh, okay, I remember hearing
It's
about
so
it.
toned down in zaniness, and then you just have this, and then you're just left with a bad game. At least
Yeah,
you
zaniness
didn't
is what
like
it has.
you didn't like Zenron, or if you did like Zenron, at least you had some cute girls to look at. But now you
Yeah,
just have a shitty game.
it's true.
Um,
That's their best feature.
I'm curious to see where the video game industry ends up going, especially after Sony purchased Crunchyroll.
I saw
Um,
that. Yeah,
and they already own Funimation. So
so they have an
uh,
anime monopoly.
yeah, how they're going to kind of mix that up into their apps on PlayStation. I have a question for you.
Yeah,
You own a PS5,
I
correct?
do. Yes.
How's your experience with the home menu?
Uh, not the best.
I think it's
It's
so
clunky.
yeah. It it's clunky in the sense that it's hard to navigate. It's fast. It like does what it needs to do, but everything is hidden and menus are
Yeah,
hidden within menus. Like
yeah,
you'll go to the PSN store, but they'll put you in the store, but you have to go back up to get into the bar.
yeah. To search,
I'm like, why did you do that? Why wouldn't I start in the bar? Why did you skip the
it's
bar,
so
Sony?
weird. It's
It's
so
super
weird.
weird.
And like there's no folders or anything. So my beautifully intricate PS4 home screen that was like sorted by genre so I could really easily like
That's
find
weird, dude.
alphabetic things.
That's
It is weird. But
you
when you have
have
this
way too much time on your hands.
fair, but when you have as many games as I do as a reviewer, you got to sort them. So they're all
I just
alphabetic.
uninstall them quick. As
That's
soon as
fair.
I'm done writing it, I'm already that thing's already off of my hard
That's
drive.
fair. That's probably the less hoarder way to do it. But
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what if I want to play this again? And then I run out of room and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll delete all these games I reviewed. But it's my really neat folder system's gone. And it's like, oh, you want to go back to a game you played 3 games ago? Well, hopefully you enjoy going through 2 menus and searching for installed. And it's, yeah,
Yeah. If
I
that
think
wasn't
they're going to
enough,
work on it.
they hit like the PS4 and PS5 version of games too.
Yeah.
I was playing Call of Duty Cold War, the PS4 version, for like 2 weeks. And, and then I was like, you know what? This game doesn't look that good. Oh, I'm
Is this even a
playing
PS5
the
game?
PS4 version.
That's it is
Same with
weird.
Valhalla. Going back to Assassin, I was playing the PS4 version of it.
It's weird that they make it hard. You'd think that they'd be like putting that first to promote it.
Yeah, you have to go to the little three dots. One, they're just three little dots. How is that? If I'm if I'm mom gamer setting this up for her child, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna know that.
it's true. It's gonna be a mess. Sony,
Anyway,
please, please
I don't
fix it.
I don't like it.
I agree.
I want to go back to the XMB bar. Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, I missed the XMB, the
Bring
cross
that
media
back.
bar.
Simple. You know what? While you're at it, give me back PS Home. I think
Why
it's fun.
not? My character had a Sonic Adventure shirt. There was TED ads playing constantly.
I used to go around kneeling down and saying "booty smell good" though to every person.
And that's why we need it back so that we can do that
We
again.
have VR chat is huge right now, Sony.
It's true. PSVR
This is
chat.
easy pickings. Episode 1 of Unqualified Game Chat is giving you the most lucrative of
The best idea, and you can take it. It's free.
it's free. There you
Just
go.
just give us back PlayStation Second Life so that we can once again have apartments with Resident Evil 5 statues and talk to people in weird ways.
Uh it's a weird tangent that you said that because I used to make the Resident Evil rooms too. It all stemmed from 12-year-old Azario in Neopets making Resident Evil 2 guilds.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
that lasted with me. That and
That's pretty impressive.
HTML.
I wish I could have
I
joined
run a
that guild.
website. So if you're over there
Wow.
playing Club Penguin at 10, well, you could be running your own website in 20 years.
It's true. All you need to do is make a guild based on your favorite game franchise, and you could be Azario.
Um, so yeah, everyone's PSVR is collecting dust right now, and I swear none of you guys are using your PSVR. If you
It's
are,
true.
then you're doing it wrong. You're doing VR wrong. The one regret buy that I've ever had is a PSVR, and I will
I've had a
always.
lot of fun with it. I don't regret it, but I sure wish there was more.
I
I
regret it,
sure do
dude.
wish.
$400 out the gate.
But you got to play crazy things like Arkham VR and
I think the only game I had was Summer Vacation,
nice.
which which is when I taught this girl some stuff. Uh,
Some real stuff.
but I think I just like did some weird things so you could see her underwear, and then I was like, well, I'm done with this game.
Well, VR is peaked, so
I did, it's never gonna be more fun than this. So I should quit while I'm at
you should have started with different games and then worked your way up to that so that you could experience everything and then hit the top. You just went straight to the top.
That was the downfall of the PSVR unit. I hate
It's
that thick
true.
cord too.
The thick cord's bad.
Oh
I'll say
man.
that.
I got an Oculus Quest 2 and I barely use that thing, but I don't regret it.
You could be playing Duel Monsters VR.
I've
Hell
the
yeah.
only game that I've been playing on that Oculus Quest was Saints and Sinners.
Oh yeah,
Walking Dead.
that's a really
Probably
good
the
VR
best.
game.
Probably the best VR game on
It
there.
actually feels like a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but I get too sick when I play VR.
that's fair. It can be, especially the first few times you try it, you're like, whoa, I am in an alternate reality now, and I'm not ready for that. But then you get used to it, and you're like, I can teach this person throughout the summer and maybe see some panty. And then, you've hit the peak.
Yeah, there's people that ask me, "Can I play your Quest 2?" And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know if you're ready for it, dude.
One, I barely play it, but two, I don't. I hate everyone's first reaction to VR. Oh, look, oh, and they're just in the fucking starting room.
Yeah. You're like,
Like you're
hold
not
on,
even
dude.
fucking playing the game. Yeah, but I can look around. Like, oh my
I haven't
god.
even loaded up Job Simulator yet, dude. Calm down.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's one of the reasons why I do not like when other people play my Quest VR, and I just don't like people touching my stuff sometimes. I'm not a
I feel
sharer.
that. I'm not
I'm
a
not
share either.
I'm not very good at sharing. I'm not an only child,
Same
but
here.
yeah, but I don't like sharing my stuff.
Sure, if anything, non-only children have more reason to not like sharing their stuff because they had to share it their whole childhood.
Growing up, did you play games and your brother give you the codes, or were you the code master?
I was the code master.
You look
Yeah.
like a code master.
Thank you. I take that with pride. No, yeah, he was like, tell me how to do this in Mortal Kombat. And I was like, okay, then can I play? Maybe.
We didn't have internet, so I would send my brother to the library that was at the corner to print out
Ooh, ooh, that's
Secret of
rough.
Mana fucking walkthrough.
Remember fake cheats that were like, you'd print it and you'd be like, wow, Sonic Adventure cheat that lets you play as Eggman? That
Yeah.
sounds incredible. You put it in a million times, you'd be like, it must be me. I must
Yeah,
be doing it
you
wrong.
blame yourself because the comments and cheats you see are like saying that it works.
Yeah, everyone on Cheap Planet's like, wow, Eggman's the greatest character of all time. And you're like, yes, yes. And then you try for like an hour and then your time with video games is up. Your mom's like, time to get off. And you're like, I
I
didn't get to
used
be
Game Shark a
Eggman.
lot too. We always sent Game Shark.
Oh, I remember Game Sharks. I remember this is a terrible story. My brother had a Game Shark for Game Boy, and he put in Pokemon Gold because that was like the game that we played the most. And he was like, I can get you any Pokemon. What Pokemon do you want?" And then the Hoenn anime had just started airing, and in the theme song they showed Duskull, and I thought because it's a skull, it's the coolest Pokemon ever.
Yeah, it's
So I
pretty.
was like, "Can you please give me a Duskull?" And he's like, "No, that's not even in this game." So I cried, and that was that's the amazing story of when I was like 7 years old.
That's
And
really sad.
it is. But then he was like, "Look, I got Celebi," and I was like, "I don't even know what that is." Rest in peace. Classic. That's the story of the code master.
The code master.
Yeah, the guy who gives the
Every
codes.
sibling, brother, sibling, one of them's got to be the code master. The other one plays the games.
I was such a code master.
I was the game player. My brother was the code master. And now,
You
you know what my brother does? He's
What does he do?
450 hours into Fallout 76. So so it could go
Damn.
two ways.
Damn, that's rough.
That's the type of man that he grew up to be.
You should have given the controller once in a while, man.
I
Could have changed his trajectory. Could have changed everything. Could have been playing New Vegas mods.
It was all my fault.
All because you sent him to that library, man.
um, so for news this week,
Yeah.
I thought that the highlight of the week had to be that Capcom shared the official height of Lady Dimitrescu. Do you know how to say her name?
Right. I think
Dimitrescu.
I don't even know her name because everyone just calls her Big Vampire Goth GF.
Yeah.
So like I don't even know her name.
I call her Mama.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone revealed her height.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of fan art has been going around, and Capcom came out and was like, "Hey, we see this fan art. We're liking it. We want to help you guys out. Here is her official height. It is with high heels. She is 9 feet 6 inches.
Is that taller than Mr. X? Is she like lording over the previous monsters?
I don't even know. See, that's the thing about this woman's power is that I didn't even remember Mr. X until you mentioned his name right.
You forgot about everything in the world.
And honestly, I don't even know why people liked Mr. X to begin with, but that's a whole.
I just think he looks goofy.
He was so anticlimactic in the big scheme of things.
It's true. He's the Virgin Mr. X versus the Chad Nemesis, in my opinion.
But there you go. So fan art people can draw her.
Finally make it accurate.
There's this weird thing going around on the internet where people just in 2021, I guess since 2020 sucked so much, everyone this year just really enjoys being stepped on.
They do. They really do.
So I guess this is why she resonates so well with them, is that they're just saying, yes, please step on me with your high heels.
Everyone's really enthusiastic about the stepping part, which is cool. That's fine. But like you, I also wonder where that, I guess maybe because 2020 walked all over them. So they were like, hey, now I want Big Vamp GF to do it.
Yeah, all the TikTokers, the TikTok generation, they're all into it now because that's all they know. You know, that's all.
It's true.
That's the only reality they have is how sucky 2020 was.
It's true. Yeah, they were born last year. That's all they remember.
This is the life that we're gonna live.
TikTok gen. Yeah, they're like, oh, is everything this awful? I hope a vampire steps on me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into I mean they're into her. I don't feel like I am.
I'm not either.
Really doing it for me. The other girls though, her little squad,
the ones that like hook your leg,
sign me up.
I'm not really into any of them. They're all scary to me. I'm the one human being in the world who's reacting the way they thought that you would. That was their creative purpose, is to scare you, and you're the only one that it's actually working on. I was like, a scary lady who wants to bite me, and everyone else was like, a scary lady who wants to bite me. And I was like, this is scary. So yeah.
So that's the biggest news of the week. If you
biggest news is Vamp step on you.
Yeah, there's also the stock things, but I know nothing
Everyone's
about
talked about that. Everyone's talked about it.
Yeah, I'm totally okay never talking about GameStop, but congratulations to anybody who is doing it.
Yeah, nice. Send some of that to Capcom for giving us the official height.
Yeah, they deserve it.
They deserve it.
Now all they need is some bathing suit DLC, and well, you'll get a 10 out of 10.
There'll be mods as soon as it comes out.
That's a weird thing for me though, is that I've seen the mods, but I've never gone that far. I'm more of a man who enjoys the almost naked approach to the hentai anime games. I like not everything shown. I'm more into like the
There's
almost.
left to the imagination.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
I get
like
that.
this anime thing where I forget what anime it is, but it was describing a skirt and how it's like just this cloth between like heaven and stuff, but it's
Oh
like
my god.
it's like I resonated with that. I was like, it's so true. I mean, but it's so much better than anything else.
It's amazing. Everyone has their own quotes that resonate with them. So I get that. Yeah.
But no kink shaming here.
No, no, never, never here.
Closing statements, Spencer. We're at the end of the show. Anything?
Wow, that flew by because I was talking to my good friend Azario.
That's what it is. Time flies when you're kicking
It's
and
so true.
screaming.
It's so true. When you're talking about vampire GFs and Game Sharks, the time just soars on by. But I think that was a really great show. It's I think this is a lot of fun. So hopefully everyone enjoyed this these amazing stories we've told, and hopefully they
I'll
want
call it
more.
a pilot. I'll call it a pilot episode because
Yeah,
yes, we don't have an intro song yet, but that will change.
that'll change. We'll have all the works
Yeah, we're
to
gonna be on
inspire it.
Apple. We're gonna be on Spotify. Be on the YouTubes. Expect
We'll be
good
on
things.
everything.
Expect good
Expect
things.
more rambling from us.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just gonna be us. Maybe in the future, maybe episode 50 will have a special guest, but right now,
Right now,
Spencer and I are in
it's
it.
a bonding experience.
Yeah, it's how
Yeah,
far can we push this friendship until one of us asks the other to marry them.
it's true. Who's it gonna? It won't be me. I'm gonna hold out.
I'm holding out.
I'm holding out.
Stick around. Stay tuned.
That's the it's a will they won't they kind of thing. It's like every TV show you've seen. Every episode, who knows?
I love it. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. This show, well, I didn't say this at the top of the show because I was so excited to get into the show, but it will post every Thursday on podcast services and YouTube. So check it out. And thank you for listening.
Take care, everyone.